The Xiaomi 13 Ultra, an excellent all-around device that many unfortunately won't be able to get easily without importing. I imported, and I've been using this white 16GB of RAM, 512GB of storage model here in the US on Google Fi, which runs on T-Mobile's network. Connectivity has been consistent with no dropped calls or drops in connection, which is most important with any phone. I can't speak to other carrier compatibility, but if you're looking to import, I recommend verifying with your carrier. I've been able to use it here though in the United States without issue personally, and I've been really impressed with the connectivity overall. The build of the 13 Ultra is very unique. It's a thick phone that is slightly top heavy but not bothersome. There's an interesting curve to the back of the device leading from the middle to that massive camera bump, but it's a non-issue in terms of daily use and using the device in hand. I honestly rarely noticed. I think Xiaomi could have honestly went with the same thickness to create a very symmetrical design, but the subtle curve certainly gives this device character, and it's certainly a unique take on the device and the overall design and build. It does leave it a little bit wobbly on a table or flat surface though, so just to note that in case you're wondering. The 13 Ultra in hand feels great through day-to-day use and doesn't take up any more space in your pockets than most devices in 2023. I really like the overall build and I think Xiaomi crushed it here. Now in terms of software, I am using Nova Launcher on this device and I am using a custom icon pack that basically makes all the icons white, as you can see here, and I'm doing that primarily because the global ROM is not available yet for me to flash on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, and I don't really like using the MIUI right out of the box, so this has been great for my usage. It might not work for everybody, but it keeps it simple and clean, and I still have all of the Xiaomi settings, drop-down menus, etc., but all of those work just fine. It's just the overall UI that I prefer with this launcher. It makes it a pretty quick, clean overall user interface for me. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on MIUI or this Nova launcher setup that I have. I've had so much fun gaming on the 13 Ultra. Whether I'm playing more intensive games or playing some casual games, the 13 Ultra stays cool to the touch without overheating. The display is super bright as mentioned, and that 120Hz ensures smooth gameplay. If you're a mobile gamer, you'll be very satisfied with the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. I'm not usually a huge gamer, especially on mobile, but the 13 Ultra has changed that the last few days, drawing me in to play all of the best titles while multitasking with ease. Consuming content like YouTube Shorts or long-form content on YouTube has been super immersive. The speakers are loud but clear. With this incredibly bright display, you can easily consume content in any lighting scenario without issues. Of course, we have to talk about the cameras, starting with the rear cameras on the 13 Ultra. I decided to bring this device with me to a Detroit Tigers game over the weekend. Well, in Detroit, they lost, but the Xiaomi 13 Ultra absolutely crushed it throughout the game. Really, every photo taken with this was impressive. A quick point, zoom on some occasions, and shoot with great results. I had several people come up to me and ask, which phone is that? The photos you're taking are awesome. Even had one person behind me say they absolutely hated the photos on their iPhone compared to what I was taking, and they had a 14 Pro Max. Overall, Xiaomi has really crushed it here, like I said, on the 13 Ultra. Just like the 13 Pro, I'm very impressed with all of the photos that were produced using the rear cameras. This Leica partnership, having all of these filters, in addition to just all of the settings at your disposal to really get a great shot, is incredible, especially at this price point. There's a lot of devices in this price range compared to this device that honestly I really like the photos here versus on a lot of the other devices I have. Now, the Pixel is probably the next in line as far as my favorite camera to shoot with, but the Xiaomi 13 Ultra has really won me over in comparison to the OnePlus 11, even the S23 Ultra. I've just been so impressed with everything that is available to you on the 13 Ultra here that Xiaomi and Leica have done. It's just been very impressive. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on your thoughts of all of these photo samples through my day at the Tigers game. Here's also a quick video sample to showcase that 4K quality on the 13 Ultra. The video is pretty stable without being super wobbly, and I have pretty shaky hands, and the zoom here with the video quality is just really good. I'm really impressed overall, and I've really enjoyed shooting some video samples with the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So while the rear cameras are excellent, the same really can't be said for the front-facing camera, which, much like the 13 Ultra I reviewed recently, it's only capable of 1080p for video, and the photos are kind of meh in comparison. Yeah, they're decent for social media, but they're nowhere near as impressive as the rear cameras. Would be great to see the 14 series where Xiaomi focuses more on the front facing camera, but it's just been really frustrating to see so much focus and emphasis on those rear cameras and then to get some pretty mediocre front facing cameras with the 13 series. With all that being said, battery has been great, easily last 8 hours or more depending on usage. With heavy use, I was still seeing about 8 hours before throwing it on the charger, whether cord or wireless. Overall though, the Xiaomi 13 Ultra has been my absolute favorite phone to launch in 2023 so far, even more so than the 13 Pro. The build, performance, battery, impressive rear cameras, and insanely bright display make this an absolute winner for anyone looking for the best Android device on the market to date. Though, as I mentioned, you'll have to import it in most markets, which is pretty unfortunate. I wish there was a wider audience and global release for this device, as I feel like there's a ton of people that would absolutely love to get their hands on this device and use it every day. Let me know your thoughts, though, in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.